Stella. My ID number is 183927, and I hope I can find my partner tonight. I'm Marie Dayan. My ID number is 133444. I would like to invite you guys to come in Cebu and meet me. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Hi everyone, we're back. It's Wednesday night, so I'm Rana, by the way, and this is Bud. He's with me hosting for tonight. And thank you so much for watching, and for we have special videos that my husband prepared for you guys, so I hope you like it. And we have us also coming seminars, and our tours are still ongoing, so watch on our check out our websites, and please Mormons sign out, and if you ask something, just call us. We have our phone numbers in our website, and let us know, or email me and at afacebu.rana@gmail.com. Ask us anything, and we will help you with that.
You can drive our conversation tonight, guys, by texting the green box above us that tells you how you can send your questions to us, and we'll read your questions aloud, and Rana will give us some great expert advice. So we do have some upcoming seminars this weekend and next weekend, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. But the green box above us, guys, we're wide open right now, so you can go ahead and send us your questions. We'll read them aloud and answer them for you tonight. So I heard we have a few videos tonight.
Yes, of course. Two videos. So one is from the managing the operation manager from Marca in Cebu, and the other one is the ladies, the ladies in Cebu who's waiting for a lot of guys to come over there.
So I've heard Don Marco's name a couple of times. I've probably written to him once or twice. I've never seen him or met him. But it's kind of nice just to see some of the staff that you might be working with when you travel on one of our singles tours to the Philippines. So Don Marco works primarily out of Cebu, is that right? Does he work out of Davao as well, or is he?
No, his mom, Miss Helen, was the one working in Davao.
I met Helen. She's hysterical. Honestly, she is hilarious. Honestly.
I like Mom Helen. She helps me a lot and stuff while we're processing our visa, and gave us a lot of guidance and information for.
I would imagine that's really important for a lot of girls, Rana, who are about to do a fiancé visa or a spousal visa with their guy because they just don't know what to expect. I'm sure they have a ton of questions. Helen's lived in America more than once, I think, so she can relate a lot of great information to the girls to help them get ready, right?
Yes, and it gives us security and assurance about the information that she's giving. Yeah, and it's like, of course, it's our first time to process it, and their husband and I don't know what to do, so I'm still confused or scared or something.
It's very natural. I mean, we think in America one of the big misunderstandings about women from the Philippines, women from Ukraine and other countries is that they're just in such a hurry to get out of their country and come to America. America's a nice place to be, but that whole idea it's not exactly true. I think that if a lot of men could come to, you tell me if I'm wrong, dear, if a lot of men could come to the Philippines, meet their wives and stay in the Philippines, that might be okay.
Yeah.
Might be nice. You wouldn't have to leave family behind, right? It's hard for girls to leave family behind, right?
It's really hard, but for us to, there's a pros and cons, because the pro is that coming here in USA, it has a lot of opportunities, especially for our child. So having a better education than in the Philippines is really have a great future ahead.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're starting a family or having children, you certainly want your children to have the best possible family, but or future. But you miss the family back home, right? It's hard to get away. You think about them every day, talk to them every day, right? You were just chatting with them a few minutes ago, right?
3 times.
Yeah, 3 times every day. You know, that's the thing, guys. I mean, we want to meet women who are family oriented. We have to expect that those family ties are very, very tight. And I think in America, I think that we don't maintain our relationships as well as people sometimes from other countries do. But anyway, it's great to meet people who are family oriented, and so it's more about family than it is about anything else. But so, how's your family doing in the Philippines?
In the Philippines, pretty good. My mom is really great, and my dad, they separate, but still get in contact with each other sometimes. They call each other, and then I'm gonna answer my mom in my computer, and then I'm gonna answer my dad in my phone, so that I talk to them. That's like a conversation, a group conversation.
That's great. As long as everyone's okay and staying in touch, right?
Of course.
Guys, we love to go to the Philippines. We've got a bunch of tours in the Philippines. We've got some questions on deck for you guys. Green box right above us. You can ask Ronnie your questions. We'll read them. We'll answer them for you. And we mentioned seminars that are coming up this weekend in Los Angeles and Denver, next weekend in Jacksonville, Florida. On the 28th, we've got John somewhere in the UK. That would be London. And San Diego, as Ronna just said. So I'll run those down for you in a little bit. And right now we're just watching some of the footage from, well, what are we watching, Ronna? What is some of this footage that we're watching?
The first video is from the girls who are saying that.
Is that what we're watching right now?
Yes, we're gonna watch it. Maybe later. Yeah, that one is from the extortion. Yeah, every tour in Cebu, especially at the upcoming Cebu on August 22nd. That's the upcoming Cebu tour, and you don't worry, guys. You got a lot of time to not just on the socials at night, but you have an extortion every day if you want to join. There are a lot of beach that you can visit with the girls that you like to go with. Yeah, it's really cool.
So in the beginning of our tours, it's very busy, a couple of social events, right? And then when are we doing the excursions on the tours typically?
An excursion, first, of course, we're gonna ask you who do you want to go with the girls, and then you're gonna go to the beach to scroll around or to enjoy the nature, especially like the beach activities like diving, scuba diving, skiing.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm so
Sign me up for all of that. That sounds good. So on those days, maybe a week into the tour, when we've met a lot of people, a group of couples will go out to a local resort or a local island, little boat trip. Doesn't it? It's amazing. It looks so different from America, right?
Yeah.
But this is just a chance to hang out with your girl and the group in some quiet place away from the city, right?
And to get to know the girls better. Yeah, and also
Get them away from all the competition.
yes,
Right?
it's like
Get
who's
one
best.
on one.
Made some list, I guess.
Boho.
And then the tours are around the cities and other province, the churches that we have. You also will love the culture and the importance of churches in Cebu and Davao. Yeah, we have best of those. Yeah, in Cebu.
There's some old churches in Bohol, I bet. I think I heard,
Bohol,
right?
but now it's I think under renovation because the previous year it got hit by a earthquake.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bit of an earthquake in
Yeah,
Bohol,
it's
which
in
is a
Bohol.
very, very beautiful island. So some of the churches are under well, they're being rebuilt, so
Yeah.
renovation. And it's interesting, actually, that when we traveled to Ukraine, or I remember going to Cartagena, Colombia, and we traveled for a morning out to this cathedral, which was on top of a cliff. It was, I think, built in the 1600s. The cliff was very sheer. It was very steep. But, I mean, churches in America are beautiful, but, I mean, the churches around the world that could be 200, 300 years old in some
Yeah.
cases are or more, are very, very beautiful. It's kind of a fun thing to go and see, right?
yes, of course.
Are there sharks in the water?
Oh, yeah, there is in Cebu. There's an in Oslob, Cebu. There's an activity that you can swim with a whale shark.
Oh, the whale
Yeah,
shark.
the whale shark. It's really big.
That's all good. Well, sharks, I can handle
Swim
that.
with them.
It's pretty funny. You just don't get in front of that big mouth when it's opening. But that sounds really, really cool, actually. So,
And it's cheap too. Like it's very worth it, affordable. Yeah, you
Like what?
won't gonna think of spending your money too expensive. No, it's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
These excursions, these tours aren't very expensive for
No,
couples
it's
to do. So
not.
cool.
It's like around like $100.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would totally swim with the whale sharks for $100 as long as
Oh
I
my God.
as long as I made it back.
Yeah, of course.
Guys, we got some questions that are coming in. There's a green box above us, and you can click the green box and ask Rona your questions. We'll read them, and we'll let this Philippine dating expert over here answer the questions.
so
Is it
much.
okay to hold a Filipino woman's hand and kiss her on the first date? Asks Glenn. Glenn's feeling a little flirty tonight.
Yeah, Glenn, for the holding hands, yeah, it's good. It's sign of sweet gesture. But for the first date in kissing, you probably we have practical girls or some modern girls too, but most of the ladies and Filipino ladies would be comfortable to have it in third or fourth, like that. Yeah. But if you wanted to express what you feel, just ask her. Yeah, you don't have to be shy to ask the lady, because it's also in the lady, because we don't know, we don't want to be the first one to move or something, so you just have to ask permission nicely. Nicely, guys. Okay.
So this is very interesting, Rona, because it's always tough for the guy to figure out. This is why Glenn is asking. It's like, what's acceptable? I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to make the girl uncomfortable. But
that's true.
is it acceptable to kiss on a first date? And the guy just doesn't know. So of
Yeah.
course you said it perfectly.
Yeah.
The girl wants the guy to show the initiative, but sometimes it's not okay, and sometimes it is. In the Philippines, at least, you can just ask the girl, and everyone's
Yeah.
okay with it,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, sure, like that. Anything is be understand.
What if she says no?
If she said no, then respect, of course, respect. So probably at the second date, when she saw your sincerity, because we also know that Americans has really independent and too showy or like that. So we kind of want to have security on ourselves
Sure,
too.
sure.
Yeah, it's
Of
your
course.
first date, so you have to know each other first,
Yeah.
or like that. It's
Right
better
on.
too.
Yep. Absolutely. Great answer. Love it. All right, Glenn, go take a cold shower. Here we go. Rana, what is a good idea for a date in Cebu?
Wow, a good date. A good date would be first, like if you want at the morning date, it would be like in the church, or like she will gonna show you around Cebu to make you comfortable with the place, and then at night it's good to have a dinner date with the two of you, especially in Top Cebu. That's my recommendation.
Top Cebu?
Top Cebu, yeah.
What is Top Cebu?
Top Cebu is it's in the Cebu city, but you have to travel like 30 to 40 minutes to get on top of the hill.
Oh, wow.
And there's a restaurant there, a good restaurant, yeah,
Wow.
and cheap one. So
With a good view of Cebu, apparently. Right?
yeah, with a good view of the city, especially at night. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and also Kimberly
That's
and
amazing, man.
Kimberly has a engagement there.
Nice. Kimberly gets engaged at Top Cebu. Okay, cool. So it sounds like going out to eat, getting coffee, getting ice cream. It sounds pretty simple,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What about late night? What do girls like to do? 10 o'clock at night? Do girls go out at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at
Yeah,
night?
of course it depends, because sometimes when there's we have this girl grew up in the province and girl grew up in the city. So the girl grew up in the city is more comfortable going for a nightclub or have some drinks and like that. But some of the provincial ladies in the Filipina would be scared of going out night. Sometimes we have chaperone, yeah,
A
or
chaperone
friend, yeah,
to go out on,
chaperone, yeah,
sure.
friend, so that you're comfortable. Because if it's a first or second night, it would be a little scary to go with. Of course, it's a stranger for yeah. Though where you're in AFA, we have the company, the agency has your information, so it's quite assuring for us to like just if anything happened, because you're the men's body, you have ladies have contact to the men's body too, so we can contact her if anything happens like that.
Yeah, cool.
I have experienced that one. One of my friend experienced that one. Like they get in. One of the client is blind, and then two of them got stranded at the island.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they get stranded because it's quite the wave. Like so, it's the restaurant told them it's quite dangerous to go to the city because of the waves, the big
Wow.
waves. So they so my friend, Filipino friend, called the buddy and then the office organized something and called the restaurants for accommodations for better to let the restaurant know the situation of the lady and the client, that
Cool.
that he's blind, so extra careful like that. So it's
Nice.
it's
Nice.
assuring. Yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Someone's always looking out for you, always looking out for the clients.
Always
That's
have
how we
this
like it.
back together and
Very,
then
very nice. Very nice. All right, guys, keep your questions coming. We'll get some in here. Let's go back. We skipped a few people. I don't want to make anyone feel left out.
yep.
All right.
You're
If you walk around Cebu, it looks like an all-female city. You know? Are there men in Cebu? Watching from Kuwait, right on, Lorna. It's good
wow.
stuff.
Hi,
How about
Lorna.
David says, I previously understood Cebu has a greater percentage of Chinese descent Filipinos. Yet the profiles seem that it's equally split. Which city tour has more Chinese descent ladies? Women of Chinese heritage living in the Philippines, whose parents or whose lineage may be from China, but they live in the Philippines.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Is there a lot?
Chinese. Yeah, there's a lot of Chinese. Chinese Filipino are pure Chinese in the Philippines, because a Chinese is one of our investors in business. Yeah, like I think it's 30% of in the Philippines are the
Wow.
businesswomen, the businessmen are from Chinese, or I mean from China or
A third.
Chinese.
That's
yeah.
a lot.
So yeah, there's a lot of they have this. You can actually recognize them because their eyes and they have this white skin.
Lighter
Yeah.
complected.
Yeah, but you can barely see Chinese in our website or
Yeah.
members, because most of the Chinese there are still they have their culture. They still intact to like Chinese stick together, like Chinese to Chinese.
Yeah, their community, I
yeah.
guess, and they
Yeah.
marry within their community
yeah,
for the
and
most part.
businessmen. They're not too open. They're not open. I mean, open to like Filipino or to American, to the foreign. Yeah.
Interesting. To each his own, I guess.
Yeah, they still have strict culture, like still the same to China in China.
What are we looking at? This social video from one of our recent singles parties. We call them socials in the Philippines. This is the highlight of every tour, guys. When we do a tour, there are a couple of these on every tour. And this looks like our hostess is just kind of greeting the guys.
That's in Davao.
Uh-huh. Hey. So the hostess is just greeting the guys, greeting the women, that kind of thing, making sure everybody's comfortable. It looks like fun, honestly. Okay, cool. What is the ratio of guys to ladies? MJB is asking. So I'm not sure if MJB is asking about the Philippines in general. Well, let's do both. Is there an even number of men and women in the Philippines? Is there more of one than the other, do you think?
I probably think that it's the last time, I think it's 2 years ago that I've heard that it's 65 women and then 45 men.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, by that time it's 2017 or something.
Yeah.
But
So a few
I
more
don't
women.
have yet.
Few
So
more
Google
women
it.
than men. That's significant though. I mean, 15% more women than men in the Philippines. So when you're at our social events, what is the ratio of women to men at our social events? How many men, how many women do you think?
In the event, it's actually like most of the time it's 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
Yeah, 10 is to 1.
Those are some good odds, guys, right?
10 girls, only 1 man. That's why we keep on asking for more men. Because if more men are entering or joining our socials in Cebu and in Davao, there's a lot. The women has a lot of. The women has big opportunities. It's a bigger ratio to get to know him or to make him your husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
We need more men. There are a lot of women, not nearly enough men. That's true everywhere we go,
and
Rana, right?
and it's a competition too,
Yeah.
you know.
That's always good, right?
Yeah.
It's good. A little competition keeps everybody on their toes, I
Adventure.
guess, right? That is true everywhere we go, guys. It's interesting, but we have so many women in the Ukraine. We have a lot of women in China, a lot of them in Thailand, Latin America, and we have a good number of men who are going. I mean, we've been in business for 25 years, but it's not nearly enough.
Yes.
It really is, and you have so many women. All right, so if a guy comes to you and says, Rona, I want to find a wife, and I'm very, very serious. Can you help me find a wife? What would you, what does he need to be successful in the Philippines? What would you say to him? For example, if a guy tells me he wants to go to Ukraine, I will tell him, got to be a nice guy,
Yes.
got to be willing to get on a plane and go somewhere, got to be real about age difference. In the Ukraine, it's a little tougher than in the Philippines, I guess, right? Yeah, so are there special qualities in the men that Filipino women look for?
Yeah.
Like what? What do they want in a guy?
Because on Filipina, we want a guy who is caring, who is understanding in our situation, that will accept us, not just me. It's the whole package. Yeah, not just me and my sibling. Me and my daughter, of course. That we want for a single mother. We want to make sure that it's not just me that you're going to accept. It's my son or daughter, and then also understand the situation of my family, like that, and security like make sure that you're gonna, when we arrive in in America, that you're not gonna like cut off the communication to our family. It's really hard. So and understanding or like supporting, like support us to our what we feel like. It's hard to adjust here in America, so please support us and understand us that what we're going through.
Takes time.
Yes,
right?
and let us meet our friends. Let us have friends here in America.
I would hope, Rana, that wouldn't ever be a question, because I can't imagine a man. I mean, I've heard one or two. I mean, I've had thousands of men on my tours, most of whom are really nice guys. Every now and then I hear a knucklehead say something like, I would never let my girl, have friends here from her country. I think that's just a recipe for a divorce. But you don't want to be controlled. You're not coming here to be controlled. Nobody wants to be controlled. You want to be loved from an honest place. And guys, that communication between the girl and her family is the most important thing to her, period, and to her family. So if anything, you've got to help her to establish easy communication. You're going to talk to her family every single day, multiple times, for years and years and years, forever really. So that those lines of communication have to be open. Somebody asked, what are some of the things girls worry about when they come to the United States? How nervous are the ladies when they come to the United States, asks Mark. So you just said it's nervous for a little while, right?
Yeah, of course. And then also that especially the first thing is that we want to make sure that our fiance or going to be our husband won't gonna abuse us physically. Yeah, because of course we're little shorts or short ladies, and most of Americans are tall or big. So we want to make sure, we want to observe our fiance that he's not too. It's not that.
That he's gentle. That he's kind-hearted. That he's not doing anything. It's easy sometimes just being. I know a story of a couple I heard about. He was teaching her how to drive. She was from the Philippines. He's from America. She almost got in an accident. He yelled at her, right? And now they're mad at each other. But I'm sure he was just worried about her. But it's easy sometimes for men to be loud without, like I am right now, without even realizing it. We can be loud without even intending to be loud sometimes, right? But I heard you're taking kickboxing now, right?
Yeah,
so that's just to keep Rob honest, right? Just to make sure he understands.
Not for Rob, actually. Yeah, because even if without my kickboxing, I can still handle him. I love you, dear. But it's for security for me. Like I'm taking baths. I'm taking baths. I'm bicycle sometimes in the morning. So it still have a knowledge that I still have like. Security for myself, for self-defense, and also in America, since we're new here, the culture, because of course from us it's hard to maintain keeping English. Or it's stressful. It's stress. Even my daughter don't say English. Don't say my language anymore. So it's stressful. That's why we have to keep our friends. We have to sometimes like at least once a week for you to relieve stress, to enjoy or to still feel that you're home, you're Filipina, and enjoy the food from Philippines. Yeah, it's a good thing. So please, guys, help us.
You know what, Rona? I'm so sure there are always exceptions, but exceptions are exceptional. But I know a lot of our guys wouldn't dream of being overbearing or controlling or anything like that. They want to give their hearts, they want to be good men, they want to love with all of their strength and passion in a very kind and gentle place. And they would adore somebody like you. Men in America frequently want to feel like we're protecting our beloved people. And in America, that's not really important anymore. Men aren't really valued for being able to protect their beloved people anymore. It's still kind of an old-fashioned notion, but I hear you saying that women feel vulnerable when they come here sometimes, and that's just natural. But I know a lot of men would probably like to feel like they're protecting you, but as long as that's not overbearing or too controlling, right? So protect, but don't control, right?
Yeah, that's one of the American women are qualities that we love too. That's why, because especially when you're like 20 years or 30 years gap, because they're like you're treating you like a baby or something and supporting you like my husband. Thank you. So it feels like I'm so loved, and so that's why we don't want to take advantage of it. We want to. It's not an obligation, but it's our heart, it's our conscience, it's our traits that share. It's like give and take. In relationship, it's not just take and take. Yeah, you have to like, since your husband is busy na, he's busy taking care of the stability and financially of the family. That's why in our turn, in our job, and as a wife, we want to take care, make sure that our husband will not gonna worry about us, worry about our children. So we took care of our children, we took care of our husband. So, because men in America too, if they're busy, they keep on doing busy and work. So we were scared. We're scared because our husband is not younger anymore. So we want our husband to give time to our family. It's family orientation. So I'm family oriented. So like, at least once a week we have a date. Give time to your children, not just work and work. Like for my example, for my husband, he wants to work and work and work because he's not younger anymore, and if he don't want to if in case for God forbid that something happened to him, we can live like in a stable life, or life like not just worrying about money. But it's not just about money, it's the memories, it's the love that you have, because I want to remember the love, that the sharing, the moments. That's why Filipino keeps on taking pictures to keep remembering the
Life's
moments.
all about that, right? Life's about the moments and the magic and the memories, right? This is true. In American culture, we let a lot of time go by. Guys, you know this. We let so much time go by. We're just working, doing what we're doing. And it isn't until we find ourselves in that relationship again when we start doing things that are really the best part of life, right? The walks on the beach, sitting by the bonfire at night, right? Holding hands at the movie, whatever it is. We do so much work and we just don't enjoy life as much, but that's why we have a woman. That's what a woman does for us. She brings all of that to us so that we can live it again. Well said. I like how you said all that. So Rana's a gem, guys, but there's only one of her and she's married. However, there are a lot of other fine women in the Philippines that you can meet.
It's not just me.
Ryan says, I'm in St. Augustine. See you in Jacksonville at the seminar on the 30th.
Yay.
Ryan, you're a good man.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Jim is asking, is it possible to look up a woman who was previously on your website but removed herself? Answer, no. It's not, Jim. If she is removed, it's for one of two reasons. More often than not, it's because she met somebody or wanted to be removed, and we're certainly going to respect that. It may be we had some problem reaching her, but if she's removed, there's usually a good reason behind it. So the good news is, there's like 5,000 more in our database, dude, right? So
a lot of men.
Have yourself a good cry, and then let's go meet some of the other women, right? Yeah.
Don't you worry about just one woman. It's a lot of it.
Rana is a gem. Yes, she is.
Thank you.
Thanks, Charles. I could use some good advice on coaching and wardrobe, says Richard. Well, so there's a good question. So you know what? There's a good question. Because women in China, women in Ukraine, to a certain extent, women in Latin America, when they meet a guy, they'll look at his wardrobe. They'll look, what are you wearing on my date? And it's kind of important to them that the guy dress up a little bit or have something, some kind of presence in his clothing. Do Filipino women think about that? I mean, do Filipino women admire certain things about style and fashion in a guy?
Not much, but it still depends on the occasion. If you're just going to a date to just a mall or like that, it's casual. Though it's like 10% of the grading system. Like 10% is your appearance. Your clothing. Because of course you don't want to go to the mall and then you're your buddy, I mean your date would be wearing like a suit or something, going to the mall. You get confused. I mean, you get like a little sensitive about you a bit about the ladies or people looking at you like that. But it's just a small percent of the whole image of you. The best thing, the 90% or 80% is your personality. Yeah.
Wow.
And then it's like you just be yourself. Just if you want to go with a date and just wear short and then go. Just let the woman know, because she didn't know. Because like for example, she knows that it's a special date, and then she was wearing a very glamorous dress, and then you didn't tell her that you're just wearing t-shirt and shorts, so it's not much. So often we want Filipinos want matching couples too, like wearing short collared shirt together like that, and just a puppy like short, and then we have family t-shirts like that. Yeah, we do that. Even what's your color of the shirt? Oh, orange. Okay, I'm gonna wear the orange. Yeah, we do that too. It's cute and
that is cute.
Yeah, it
Seriously.
makes us happy. It's a small thing, but it makes us happy.
Excellent. That's how the small things in life. That's why they're so important. There's a lot of happiness in them, right? Guys, if you would like to come to our free international dating seminars, we got a whole bunch of them coming up in the next 30 days. What is an international dating seminar? It's a ton of information, a lot of great video. Quite frankly, if you go out on the internet and you search Filipina bride, Filipino women, mail order brides, Ukrainian brides, whatever you're searching, there's a ton of negative, stupid crap all over the place that's going to just mislead you and defeat you. But the reality is there are lots and lots and lots of great women. They're single that would love to be with you, love to have your love, give you their love, but you have got to get good, strong, empowering information. So the metaphor that I always use is if you're going to learn how to fly a plane, you want a flight instructor who can fly planes successfully, right? If you go meet your flight instructor and all he does is crash and burn all over the place, that's not the person you want to learn from, right? There are people who are successful at international dating, and there are people who are not. And most of you are reading stuff on the internet from people who are not successful. There's a reason they're not successful. So come talk to those of us who are successful. Come into our realm. It's positive. We have so many, wonderful, positive people. The women are great. And come to our free international dating seminar. We'll give you a ton of great information. I'm doing one this weekend in Los Angeles, Saturday, 11 to 3. I'll be in Burbank at the Holiday Inn Burbank Media Center from 11 to 3 on Saturday. Denver, I'll be at the Crowne Plaza, I believe out by the airport, 11 to 3 on Sunday. And then John, on the 28th, which is next Friday in London, will be doing his seminar from 5 to 9.
Wow, at UK.
John gets to go to London and do seminars. I go to Denver, but that's all right. I'm not bitter. So John will be doing one in London. On July 6th, we'll have one in San Diego. You got to go to some of these seminars sometimes, Ron.
I hope so.
I'm gonna take you to a seminar.
I would love to share
Give these
my love
guys some good
story, my
information.
experience.
That's going to happen. That's just a matter of time, right? We should get you, Dina, Anna. We should rent a bus and take all the women, Bonnie, all the women who work with us, and just go do a seminar with you. That would be great. All right, so guys, if you want to come to our seminar in LA this weekend, in Denver on Sunday, LA on Saturday, if you want to go in London a week from Friday, if you want to go July 6th in San Diego, we need an RSVP, quite simply just to keep a head count. That way we make sure we have enough refreshments, food, and seating for everybody. So bud@loveme.com, just tell me where and when you want to go, and we'll save you a seat of honor, all right?
Check in.
Cool? Do it. Don't miss the
RSVP,
opportunity, guys. Seminars are spectacular. You want them. So is it all right? Oh, gosh, refresh. I was right there in the middle of, here we go, one more time. Is it all right to ask a girl where she likes to go on a date in the Philippines? Sure it is, right?
Yes, of course.
Will the girl be honest and say, oh, I want to go here or go there, or will she be too shy to say? What do you think?
They would love to recommend, because they want to recommend you to best places in Cebu, and at the same time have fun and have moments or memories, good memories with you too. So it's most of the ladies will recommend you a better and a good places that you might want to.
So just say what you have in mind. Let's get some pizza. Great. Do you know a great pizza place? Sure I do. Let's go to this one, right?
Yeah,
Something
just
like that,
ask the ladies and go.
Let the ladies take care of business, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've got a couple of videos. Rana, tell us about the videos again that we've got. We have two of them, right?
Yeah, the two. One of the video is from the ladies who wants to say hi and asking you guys to just reserve and get on the plane for you to meet them. And one is for Don Marcos informative video about the processing about the ladies in Cebu.
So we have ladies who are inviting you to come and meet them, and then we have our staff manager in Cebu, great Don Marco is his name, giving us a little bit of an interview as well. Okay, cool. Roll on.
I am Jenny Marie. And my professional ambition someday is to become a professional singer and at the same time a professional teacher. Socials are very interesting for me. There are a lot of foreign men. I am not expecting a social is very nice. Yeah.
Hi Miss Rana, Jenny Marie here from Cebu City. I just want you to know that I'm excited to be a part of your show and let you know that we have a lot of exciting things that we planned here that we hope to be bringing to you soon. But I also wanted you to know that you have a big following here in the Philippines too. Here's a little message for you from some of the beautiful ladies here.
Hi, Miss Rana.
We all love you here in the Philippines, Ms. Ron. By the way, I'm available if any of the guys watching might be interested. My ID is 183440. Please bring us more guys, Ms. Rana. I'm really looking forward to working with you there in Phoenix. Bye for now.
I'm on a winding road. I don't know which way to go, but I know.
Hello, my name is Don Marco. I manage the operations here in Cebu for AFA. And I'm the youngest son of Helen Cayano, the managing director of AFA here in the Philippines. Well, basically, the women come to us to sign up as a member for the AFA website through our office here in Cebu. They show up, then we ask them to fill up a form telling about writing their biographic information, and then we ask them for any requirements. Like, first is we ask for their birth certificates, and we have to make sure that these ladies are not minors. And second is we ask for their CENOMARs, or also known as certificate of no marriage, so that we will know if they are legitimately not married to anybody at the moment. And third is we have to verify if what they're telling is true, like how many children they have, are they not homosexual or something. That's it. So we orient them with what to expect with the website, about publishing them on the website. So we tell them what they're gonna expect, whom they're gonna meet in the future, and that's it. The women find out about the foreign affair basically through search engines. Like some of the women are searching for guys online, and our website there, like the loveme.com, pops up, and that's where they find the information that they want to sign up for the website. Other women also get the information from other members. So we have a referral system where we tell the ladies that they could refer any ladies that would want to sign up through the website. So we don't have any advertisement through the radio station or the television. So the women come to us because some of these women have really bad experiences with the guys that they have been in a relationship in the past. Like some of them have been battered, some of them have been abandoned when they got pregnant, or some of them got abandoned during the time that they have children, and some of these guys can't commit to financially or emotionally in taking care of the family. Well, some of these ladies just want to expand their options. Maybe being with a foreign guy is much better than being with a Filipino guy. And yeah, there are lots of things going on in the minds of the ladies, and that's just some of the reasons why they want to join up AFA. Yes, I do believe that the ladies are sincere when they're seeking for true love or seeking a relationship. Some of these ladies risk their lives taking the chance of not entertaining any other guys because they are waiting for that somebody who is currently writing them through the website of AFA. Some of them are expecting some guys to come here and meet them, so they are really not entertaining other guys except those guys. So we're always hoping that these guys are really sincere also with their intentions with the ladies.
That the world has ever seen. The beauty of the journey is not knowing how to get.
You know, I logged in and recorded, and I got set up on AFA, and then that day I bought airline tickets, and then I think on Tuesday I was on a flight to the Philippines. So an event was happening, and I didn't want to miss it or wait 6 months for another one to come. So I just jumped on a plane, and there I was. So it was pretty exciting. They picked me up at the airport, and so then I had an appointment to meet her. So I saw this girl standing in the lobby, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I hope that's her. And I thought, oh, I shouldn't get my hopes up like that again, you know? But sure enough, I went over and it was her.
He's very caring and really loving, and you really accept me who I am too. And you even accept my family too, and you really love them too, the way I love them.
The ladies here are looking for a guy who learns how to be selfless. Because in marriage, for them, marriage is all about the two of the women and the man and the children also. it's not only about the guys, not only about the women. So the women really are looking for a guy who could commit to them together to work out their relationship. To the Philippine culture, women here find marriage as very important. One, it's because it's a lifetime commitment. That means there's no backing down, especially here in the Philippines. There's no divorce here, so we only have annulment, and annulment really takes a lot of time, a lot of money to process. So being married is a lifetime commitment. Another is marriage for these women is a time where the guy and the woman learn to be selfless. So they don't think about themselves anymore, but think of themselves as a whole, as a couple. And another is this is not only a physical bond, but a spiritual bond for them too. Many women here don't actually look at attraction through the guy's appearance or his age or how much wealth he has, because as what we always say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So being handsome doesn't mean that you are really physically attractive. Being handsome means that maybe you could have a very good sense of humor. Maybe you are very good at taking care of the lady. Maybe you are the answer to the happiness of the women. And many guys out there miss this point because women here are not really that judgmental. They don't look at the physical, the financial, and the age of the guys. Well, in retrospect, based on our observations with the ladies and the men that have engaged in the past, the age gap between the men and the women is between 20 and 30 years old. So some even get engaged with a gap of 40. So it's 20-year-old women and 60-year-old guys. It doesn't really matter, as long as they are happy with each other. That's what matters the most. The women really don't have any issue with the age. I mean, like I said before, what matters to them is would they be happy with the man. Age doesn't really define how much love the guy will give to the lady, and it's the same with the ladies too. What set us apart from different websites is how realistic we do our services. With our office here in Cebu alone, we got 13 staff who are working together in verifying that the ladies are real. And that's the most important thing, knowing that the guys are far away from the Philippines. They are spending time and money, and they need to know if these ladies are really real. We get to verify these ladies through their pictures, their videos, and through their documents. And what we offer is it's not a guarantee that you will find we will be able to match you with a ladies, but we are giving you a bigger chance compared to the other websites that these ladies are really committed to being with you, committed to being married to you. When a guy comes here to Cebu, he will be expecting that he will be given the services that is due to him. He will be treated nicely, and he will be able to meet most of the ladies that he is looking for. With that, if there comes a time that he might need some help, we will be there to assist him with the ladies. If a guy is thinking about coming here, or he's very hesitant in coming here, don't be. because the ladies here are only waiting. We are not getting any younger each year, and these ladies might not be on the website for too long. I mean, there are lots of guys who are looking for these ladies too. It's not only you. So each time you spend looking at the website, looking at the profile of the ladies, next month she might not be there already. If there's one thing that the women complain about, is that we don't bring enough guys, and that's a big problem. Be sure to make up your mind. Come here as soon as you can, because these ladies are only waiting for you.
To give us even an opportunity to come over here and meet somebody and to put it together for us in advance, traveling to a different country. You know, it's awesome what you're doing. I think it's a great thing, and you're promoting marriage, which I think is excellent. I think it's something that needs to be losing its luster in the United States. Yeah, there's an understatement. Yeah, so, marriage between a man and a woman.
Wow, that's so nice.
It's real.
There is reality in this. February 14 last year, he proposed in one of the nice spots.
All right, guys, welcome back. Trying to get your questions back here, but Ron and I were talking off camera and while you were watching the video, and she just said some incredibly hilarious stuff that I'd love to share with you. But
secret, guys. Oh, husband is here. Hi.
Husband is there, right? Rob, no horror movies, right? But you said something that I've heard women from other countries say, which is that you feel that in many ways what Filipino women want and what American men want in a relationship very, very compatible.
Yeah.
Could you say a little bit more about that? What do you think makes them so compatible?
It's very compatible. It makes us think that it's a perfect match because women cares a lot about cares so much in the family, while the men, like Filipino women, loves to take care of our husband, our parents, our children, and then loves to cook, loves to prepare dishes, prepare stuff that our family needs. Well, the men, foreign women is like they offer security and assurance of or stability of the family in the future, present and the future. They work so hard to keeps the family, giving them better future, a financial, financially, I mean, and it gives us like we don't have to fight, like we don't have to fight for a food for tomorrow. you don't have this like it's a match that the man keeps the stability, and then the woman keeps the family closer together. It's different. It's like a perfect match. What I understand and what I view in Filipina and foreign women, men.
Ron, I was just saying that you have friends here in America. How many of you came? 5 of you came at the same time, roughly, to America with your husbands, 5. Right? And you're in touch with them. Jelly's one of them, right?
Yes, of course. Jelly's one of them. Mm-hmm. One from Colorado, one from Louisiana, and California, and Oregon, and Jelly from Houston.
Yeah, you said something that I just thought was so charming. You said that you all feel very lucky to have loving husbands.
We're grateful.
And that you communicate that you are lucky and happy to have your husbands, and you feel it's important to let them know how grateful you are for this opportunity. And
every day,
the husbands are grateful, no doubt, Rana. The husbands must be immensely thankful for girls like you, right? All right, guys, we'll get some more of your questions in. Since we have the expert here, we want to take advantage of that. So let's see where we're at, guys. I'll try and get everyone's question in as long as it makes sense to do that. Education level of women at the socials. What percentage of these women have a high school education or a college degree or a graduate degree? So there's a question. So I guess how many of the women at the socials do you think have a degree? How easy is it to get a university degree or a college degree in the Philippines?
It's not easy because we have expensive education in college. But in high school, it's free, it's government, so like 90% of the social, of the women's and in the socials, not just in the socials or in the agency or AFA, is like 90% is high school graduate. But I mean 90 or 80%, but the rest, like 20%, is the college, has college degree.
Okay.
But don't you worry, guys. In advanced search in our website, you can see, you can just look for the graduate college degree or just a high school.
Right, there you go, right? So the
have
search
it.
engine is on the left menu at loveme.com. You may need to scroll down about a third of the page to find it, but that's where it's at, and you can plug in your criteria to help you narrow that down to people who have a certain kind of education or who don't, John, if that's important to you.
Yes.
Robert Eric says, planning a trip to Cebu in September. What's the weather like in September?
Wow, in September it's
Cebu.
it's quite windy and sunny. Yeah, because June and July is our rainy season. So after that, it will be sunny and windy because it's a bear month. We call it bear month. Starts because in the Philippines we have this like 6 months longest Christmas in the whole world. Yeah,
6 month
months.
Christmas?
From Burr, like September, October, November, December. 4 months. Yeah.
Wow.
So you start to have to see. I can see lots of Christmas trees, lots of twinkling in
Wow,
the house.
cool.
Yes.
Nice. So if you are the kind of guy who just doesn't take your Christmas tree down for 3 months because you're lazy, you'd fit in really well in the Philippines, right?
Yes. It's like it's like every happy every day.
I love it. The women are amazingly cute. Chris, you are amazingly cute. Leonard says, what happens when you bring her to America? This is one of my favorite questions. Guys ask this all the time. When you bring her to America and maybe she might become Americanized, listening to others over here. So you just mentioned that you like to hang out with your Filipino friends.
Yes.
How many American women friends do you have?
Like I have like 20 or 30
Wow,
or
really?
30 like that.
Wow.
Yes, we have a lot. We have Visaya. We have Visaya group and a Tagalog group. It's so.
Now these are Filipino women, though.
Yeah,
right?
Filipino women.
How many American women are you friends with?
Like 7 or 10, like that. But we most likely want to. We most likely spend time in our Filipino since it feels home when you talk to them, when you have great food. But I've heard cases that some of the women has been accepted, or I mean like they catch up the the American culture, and that they went to partying every night like that, which is more likely American style, like party. But it's good, but it's not every day, or not just not it's not it's like off. You can do it often, but it's not good to party every day. It's like that because of course you're a family woman.
It's not good to party every day. It's very
Yeah.
important to know that.
It's party every day is like spending more time with your friends than your family, and it's not Philippine style because
Can't
we
do that.
value family. So you have to, or it's like you need to spend more time with your family than your friends, because friends are come and go, but families are stick together. Yeah, stay together, stick together, and love each other.
I think most guys would be happy to stay home with their pretty wife.
Yes.
No doubt about it. When I go to Ukraine and I'm wandering around in Ukraine, I see at 12 o'clock at night, there are groups of men, it's like 12, 13 of them, 14 of them, standing around, smoking, talking to each other. I'm like, you guys have the prettiest women in the world at home, and you're out here talking to each other at 12 o'clock at night. What is wrong with this picture? But anyway, most Filipino women, do they know how to swim? Sly, where did you
Like
pull that out? Seriously?
70% knows how to swim. But I have some friends who doesn't want to, especially when they live in the province that's like in mountains. Yeah, so it's hard to learn how to swim except for the lake or something. But we have a lot of body of water in the Philippines, so it's just that the women are more sensible. They're more sensible and like a scary type of girl. So,
sensitive.
yeah, sensitive. So they scared, but like me, I live 5 minutes away from the house, away from the beach, and I'm kind of boyish type. So with my most of my relatives are guys in my age, so I swim, I compete with them. I don't want to be left behind. I want to have fun too. So
That's great.
swim. Yeah,
just hanging out with your relatives. You have a lot of
Yes.
cousins who are boys, just having some
Yeah.
fun. Why not?
Enjoy.
Dan says, if I date a Filipina who already has a child, do I have to become concerned that that child's father may not approve of me being in his child's life? What do you think of that? How likely is that to happen?
Especially when the woman is not open to her ex. That they have this breakups. Yeah. So most likely the men don't want their child to have a stepfather, American stepfather, because it's a different culture. They are more they're a father. As a father, they're protective, and they don't know if the guy will gonna abuse their child, or if they're going to because they feel like they're going to take their the foreigner is going to take their children away from them. Yeah.
So do Filipino men, when I mean, there's not a lot of divorce in the Philippines, so girl has a baby and the guy that's not getting married, that's the guy's decision, right?
Yes.
But despite that, is the guy still likely to be a good father, or is it more likely he'll be kind of distant? What do you think? I mean,
they still like to
still
have
want-
connection with their
they
daughter.
do.
Yeah,
Even
with
not
their
getting married to the
children.
mom,
Yes,
huh?
they still wanted to.
They wanted all those guys, huh?
But some
Interesting.
it's like 60% wanted to, but 40% is like just accept whatever, just like that.
So I will tell guys, if you're meeting a woman who has a child, ask her about the relationship with the father, right? How's that going? Is he around?
Yes.
If there's signs of a relationship between the father and the child, that might be a little bit of a problem later on, right?
Yeah.
If he's not around, then it's probably not going to be a big problem later on, right?
Yeah, so it's because in the Philippines, once you have a child below 7 years old, the children should be on the mother's side, and mother's decision should be at most than the father.
Interesting. Is that culture, or are there laws that actually
That's
allow?
the law.
Oh, how about that? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 7 years old below, you still can. It's like you can still bring the kid without. Bring the kid in America without a legal or any legal issues like that. But it's in 8 over like 16 or 17. It needs the father's parental consent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when it turns 18, then since the kid is in a legal age, so he can choose whether he wants to be in his father or his mother's side.
Yep. Interesting. Good information,
Yeah.
Ronna. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Good stuff. Here we're watching the social from the Philippines. Men meeting the women toward the end of the social. We're dancing. The guys are getting up, getting down, doing the dance thing. That's cute. It's very, very cute. Happy couples.
And also, but the man, the father of the children, it's like some of the case that I know from my friend, like they pay their father, the foreign man paid the father just to sign the parental consent.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it's like for like 30% maybe of the father, but most of them accepted. So because we encourage the women encourage their ex to let it go, or like just leave us, let us leave for
You
the
didn't want to
future.
get married after all, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
for the future of the kids. If you want your kid to have a better future, then let us go to America. Just don't worry. Just don't worry. We're gonna contact you from time to time if you wanted to. Like that.
Yeah,
Like
interesting. So there are ways, I guess,
Yeah.
around the situation if the father's somewhat involved. Again, it's all just a matter of cultural expectations, guys. So good stuff, Rana. So all right, a few more questions for you guys. If I decide to go on a Cebu tour, says Robert A., the two socials are the only contact with ladies, or are there other excursions daily to meet people too, or are we on our own for those other days? All right, so you have the socials on Friday and Saturday. You will meet a lot of women. You will go out on a lot of dates, but the guys can have daily introductions also, right?
Yes.
So how does that work?
Just let your buddy know.
Who's your buddy?
Like the AFA or agency will gonna sign a buddy for you. It's the stuff like AFA stuff, so that you can contact her, or if you want someone to date in this day at this time, and then another day like that. Just let her know so that she could contact the lady, for them to let them know if maybe they're available or not. They have works too, so. You have to you have to let them know as soon as possible, so that you can set an appointment to them. But most of the ladies would love to just to be available in that time. So, cause it's just a week of meeting you guys, so they want to free their schedules for you. So that's why we want more foreigners or more guys to come over.
So you are going to be, everybody's partnered with a member of the staff. They call that a buddy, of course. So your buddy, you just let your buddy know, right? You just find your partner and say, hey, staff partner, staff buddy, I need dates for this afternoon, and then we work out those dates for you, right? So every day you can have those dates. The excursions that you're talking about, Robert A., generally happen toward the end of the tour when those days are open. You've met a couple of women. You're probably spending most of your time with a girl at that point, and you just need stuff to do. And so it's just kind of a nice alternative way for the group of guys and their dates to be going out and doing stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool.
Don't worry, you'll be oriented of the following schedules for the extortion, so you still have time to think about it and think who's you want to be with.
Bob says he's in his 60s. What is a realistic age difference in the Philippines, and how do women feel if he decides to move to the Philippines?
Oh, that would be great. The women would be so lucky to stay in the Philippines while having you. And then in 60s, oh my God, it's still young, and it's like we have this personality or our culture that age doesn't matter. So it's not about the age. You're a guy, you're single, you're available. So why make difficulties in your life? Just meet them, and I'm sure they would love to get to know you better.
Ryan, how many guys attend the seminars? You know, it's totally up for grabs. It's usually about 25, maybe 30 guys. I've had seminars with 70 guys. I've had seminars with 4 guys, believe it or not. So that's one of the reasons that we ask for the RSVP, to make sure everybody's seated comfortably. So if you want to come to my free international dating seminar in Los Angeles this Saturday from 11 to 3 at the Burbank Media Center Holiday Inn, RSVP bud@loveme.com. If you want to come to the Crown Plaza in Denver on Sunday from 11 to 3, RSVP bud@loveme.com. If you're doing John's seminar on the 28th, which is a week from Friday in London, there's another Holiday Inn Express downtown in the Kensington area, but we can send you the address. But again, RSVP bud@loveme.com, and we'll have a venue for San Diego July 6th coming up really, really soon, guys. So yeah, all right. Which city tour is better for ladies willing to meet non-Caucasian men? Cebu or Davao? I don't imagine there's much of a difference, but
I'm sorry?
non-Caucasian men, men of color, gentlemen of color, or men who identify other than white, I suppose.
Oh.
Is there a better city for women who
No,
want to meet?
actually, it's just the same. Yeah, Davao and Cebu has the same culture. It's the same country, so you had a choice either you want to go to Cebu or both of them. Just to know, just try to see the difference of Cebu. Because in Cebu, there's a lot of it's a rural, or cities. It's a big building, so there's a lot of stuff going on every night. But in Davao, we have this 1 a.m. curfew.
1 a.m. curfew?
Yeah, 1 a.m. curfew from the bars, like that. So it's more safe. I mean, for me, it's more safer in Davao because when I was in there, I still walking 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still walking alone. It's safe for the ladies.
Wow.
Yeah, it's safer. And we have those. Because we have a strict policy in Davao than Cebu. And in Davao, we have the 200 yards that you can smoke away from the public buildings. And there's a specific area that you can only smoke. Yeah,
Designated smokers area in Davao. You have
yeah,
this,
in
you're saying.
Davao. But in
Cebu?
Davao and Cebu, anywhere you can smoke
Yeah.
anywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yes.
that the laws are that different from city to city in the
Yeah.
same country, right?
It's our president wants it to be nationwide, but it still depends on the local governments how they will what's that? I mean, how will
How they vote, whatever they decide. The
yes,
local governments, right?
yes. But in Davao, it's very strict, very strict, but it's not very strict, but it's like it's peaceful in Davao. It's more
Yeah,
peaceful.
cool. Nice. Peaceful
But if
words.
you want a party everywhere at like 6 a.m. until 24 hours, go at Cebu. It's a lot of choices there.
Nice. I just start out in Davao, and at 1 a.m. I'll go to Cebu.
Yeah.
Or something like that. All right. Larry is asking, when I'm writing to a Filipina girl through your site, how does she receive my letter? Does the AFA office email it to her? Well, I would imagine we email it. Sometimes we can call her up and read it to her. Sometimes she comes by the office to get it.
Yeah.
Is that right? Do you think all
Yeah,
those are possible?
I've received emails before from the clients, so they will send it to the office, and then they will gonna call us to let us know that this client is emailing you. What will you gonna respond to? If you have time, you can come over here and read it. If you don't want, if you want to send it yourself yourself, you can just answer it, or if you don't have time, you can text me what to reply on this
Cool.
message. Yeah.
Nice and easy, right? I would imagine sometimes it's easier to call somebody than send an email. Sometimes they can just stop by the office. We probably try several ways to get the letter to somebody, but we get the letter to them, and then we let
Yes,
them
of
write back.
course.
We tell them to write back right away because we don't want you sitting there waiting for letters, guys.
Yeah.
Some guy named Rob says, I'm proud to say that this beautiful woman is my wife.
Hi, dear.
Well, you better not let your husband hear about that. See, guys, you can have a beautiful woman like this as your wife, too, if you just get over to the Philippines. That's all you need to do. Get on a plane. You can get a bodyguard, too, because my soon-to-be jiu-jitsu 5'1" bodyguard wife. You know, Rob, we know what happens when you watch action movies at home now. Probably want to not do that now that she's taken, lessons, right? That's not going to go well. So, Rob, what's he like at home? Seriously, I see him at work. Is he calm at home? Because here he's kind of he's just a drama queen when he comes here. He's like, I can't find anything. I'm an artist. I can't work like this. What is he like at home?
I know. He was just like, sitting like 24/7. I like 20 or 22 hours in his table, computer, doing stuff.
Work,
and then
work, huh?
yeah, work. And then I'm gonna go there. Dear, are you hungry? No, I'm not. So and then for a minute or for an hour, are you hungry? Want to prepare food? So I'll just copy or get. It's just he's home, but it feels like he's not home. But from time to time, I'm gonna ask him, spend time with him, come over here at the living room, and then Karina's here, we're home, like that. And he just like, it's he's so sometimes I kind of like curious or something, because he keeps on doing stuff in there, and then I wanted to do him a favor, like cooking stuff. But when I cook food or breakfast for him, it's now 5 p.m. and he didn't even touch the food.
Oh my God.
So,
he's into his work,
yes.
right? Rob does a lot. So just so you know, Rob does a lot of our web
yeah.
development. Rob, you can't even imagine. Rob does a ton of stuff for us, right? It's because John's a slave driver. Get one now.
That's why I'm sorry. That's why I adjust on his behavior. So from time to time, I'm asking him, do you need help from work? Since I have a little time to help him about the food or something, because he's not the eater. He's not like he just drink coffee. So it's just coffee. So it's too simple for me to do that. So while I'm done with the house chores, and if needs anything, you want me to photocopy this, you want me to do that. So
nice.
From now, I am his secretary. By the way, every time since we're fiancé, yeah, I'm supporting him ever since.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I'm also the interpreter in the Philippines
Sure,
too. Yeah.
Right. Rob, Rana was telling us about how you guys prioritize having a date night or something like that once in a while, where you just, you know what, put the work away, we got to go be a husband and wife and a family and that sort of thing. So very, very important. Americans, if we have one fault, we do tend to be workaholics a lot of the time, right? That's what we need a good woman for. How hard is it to get Philippine citizenship, asks Richard. If you marry a woman from the Philippines, I would imagine it's not hard at all, is it? But
yeah, it's not hard, but I think it takes years for you to approve your citizenship as a Filipino, because you need to change the visa and then the stay there. They want you to stay there longer so that they will know that you're going to stay there for a long time to receive a citizenship. Yeah. Same process here in America, but it's easier there and it's cheaper. Yeah.
how about that?
Yes.
Rob says he's waiting for you in the Philippines, and he'll personally ensure that every guy has the most exciting and rewarding experience of their life in August. So he looks forward to meeting all you guys. So you got Rob. We'll be there waiting for you guys. Our great staff will be waiting for you. Don Marco's in Philippines, right?
Yes.
And Cebu, I'm sorry. So we just saw that great interview with Don Marco. So that's a lot of support, guys, right? Lots of support. Sly is asking, do you cook American-style food for Rob, like hamburgers or tacos, or mostly Filipino-style food, fish, chicken, pork, etc.? What does he like?
I cook mostly American food for him because I accepted him that he don't like much of the food, especially the dried fish that's smelly, the fish. So
Rob doesn't like the dried fish.
Yeah, so we adjust, of course. We love our husband. We don't want him to force him to eat the food that he don't like. So because it makes when the man is happy through the stomach, right?
Something
so
like that.
yeah, it
helps if you don't crush our hearts too. But
yeah,
anyway.
So I prepare American food, and he likes some of our Philippine dish like pancit, egg roll, and adobo. So from time to time I cook Philippine food for him, which he likes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. He's a good man.
So that's why we have understanding to each other, accepting what he likes and don't likes, and learn to understand and love it. Than just just complain or something.
Don't complain about the food I'm cooking for you, baby.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So here we are looking at, why are these girls getting flowers at the social? Did you see that?
Yes, it's like it's one of the when someone we're going to sing, and then instead of the girls receiving a flower, it's the guys receiving a flower.
Wow,
Yeah,
girls are giving the guys flowers at the social?
It's not just a woman who can receive. In the Philippines, we value equality.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That's so interesting. It really is. Love watching everybody dance. This is more footage of people dancing at the Philippines than I've seen. So it's that dancing at the socials apparently is more common than I thought it was. So those are the Chocolate Hills, right?
Yeah.
That was just a lucky guess.
And
But
Bohol.
I got it right. How about that?
Bohol and Cebu is just it's just an hour ferry, an hour boat. So that's one of our extortion in Cebu and Bohol. You can see the man-made forest, smallest monkey, which is the tarsier,
Tarsier
with the
monkey.
big eyes. Yeah, and then that's the floating restaurant. It's really great.
Nice.
Yeah. While riding in, yeah, see, they have performance,
Nice.
and while riding in the boat. Yeah, that's Kimberly and Jason.
Yeah. Cool. Jason was on my tour in Ukraine, and I found his behavior was a little strange. I didn't understand, and then he tells me toward the end of the tour that he's almost legally blind, and I'm like, well, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
But what a great guy. I think, did he get married? I think he did.
Yes, he did.
my goodness.
In the Philippines. He got married there, and we also had a video of them. Just look at our Philippine.com YouTube channel or Cebu.com YouTube channel. You can see their love story there. Jason has a half blind. His one eye is blind, and he went to 4 different 4 different country. Tours. Yeah, 4 countries. Last one is the Philippines, and there he met his wife,
Got married.
Kimberly. Yeah.
Very, very nice. Very nice. Chris says he's going in August, so that's good. Do you have friends still back in Cebu who are looking for husbands still? I'm sorry, you're from Davao.
Yes, I'm in Davao. I have two of my cousins are still. I remember, and also my aunt. It's like way back 10 years ago. They're a member, and then they just they got deleted because they got removed because they got married. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's like, oh my God, you're a member. I didn't know about that.
Your aunt?
Yeah.
You didn't know?
And I know about, I've heard about the AFA of my friend's friend who got married to one of the clients. And talking about this agency is secure, that the guy has been screened too and the lady's secured. So I get curious, so I brought 2 of my cousin and 1 of my friend to the office, and we get screened, and then the biography, and then stuff, the pictorial. And then one time they called me to take pictures for the beach, or like for to update our profile pictures. That's why we went there. I met one of my friends that now and they're here in the U.S.
How about
and we're
it?
so lucky.
Nice. I'm glad you've got friends in the
Yes,
States. There's a very large and significant Philippine American community here in the States. But it's just nice when there are people that you know from back home. It just makes it feel a little less lonely sometimes, right?
Yes, of course. Like I'd love to go back there from there. My husband keeps on going there. It's like 3 times a year, and
Making him go work.
Yeah.
Get back there and go to work. We've got staff we're managing. There's a lot of stuff going on there in the Philippines. So that looks amazing, honestly. That looks just warm and wonderful and
Yeah, that's why.
cuddly.
Yeah, women's are cuddles. Women in the Philippines loves to show physical, like hugging. Yeah, like hugging, just not kissing. Yeah, but hugging, holding hands, show some simple gestures that makes them happy, like that.
Nice.
We also like women are so simple in the Philippines. We don't want too expensive flower. Expensive gifts from that. No, we appreciate flowers, teddy bears, chocolates.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really like.
How nice.
Okay.
Do women in the Philippines like to travel?
Yes. Yes.
Where do they like to go? Where do you want to go? What do they talk about? What do they want to see?
We would love to go to, especially the beach. If giving a chance, they could go to out of the Philippines, like that, from like Thailand, like Hong Kong or Disneyland.
Yeah, sure. Disney.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Or
imagine.
just travel airport, like travel planes, because most of the Filipinas, since we're taking good care of our family, we went just with friends, work and home. That's just that.
Yeah.
We hardly travel with plane or with by boat. So it's like we love our country. It's our country, but we don't know. We didn't really know our country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even get to travel within the
Yeah,
Philippines, you say. So,
yes, it's
so
like-
going to Manila, for example, or Dumaguete or someplace like that
Yes.
might not be common. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
okay.
that's a bad thing. Like, but we accept this because it's we have financials. We need to understand our family's financial status like that. And from school, of course, like for we have this traits too, that like when you graduate in college or in high school, if you want to go to work or it's not just you're going to since you already graduated, it's yours. It's not compulsory, but it's your responsibility to help your parents.
Sure.
It's your give what they. It's like giving what you received from them before. So you need to take care. You provide them, give share to provide financially.
Sure.
Help your brothers and sisters on his studies financially, like that.
So the parents get the older children through school. The older children maybe get the
Yes.
younger children through school, something like that, right?
That's our. It's really a culture like that.
Yeah, I love it. I love to listen to you speak about close family ties and close relationships, and the eggplant dance. There it is, the famous
It's so
eggplant
funny
dance.
to catch. Just beware, because
Beware is
some
right.
some ladies might catch a different one. Might hold it.
Whoa, that's not an eggplant.
My mistake. Sorry.
That's not
so funny.
Yeah, that is a crazy game. That's a little out of the box.
Yeah, it's not just like it's we make the ambience or the surroundings
Just
not
having
too
fun.
serious.
It's just like a
fun.
singles
Yeah,
cruise, right? Just
yeah.
people having fun in a party.
Yeah.
That's all. So
Having
I love
time
it.
at the same time, getting to know the ladies, how she act, how you act, like that.
Miss AFA. So this is kind of our little mini beauty pageant that we have in the middle of our social.
Yes. And you guys, the foreigners
guys
or
vote?
the clients are the one who's the judge.
Oh no,
They're
guys
the
are
judge.
judges.
Yeah, the
So
judges.
if you vote for the wrong girl, then you ask her out for a date, she's going to be like, you
Yeah.
didn't vote for me, right? Girls remember the votes, I bet,
Oh,
right?
yes.
That just sounds like a
Oh,
no-win
I'm-
situation.
I like those top one. I'm like the
Maybe the guys want to vote anonymously. That might help a
yeah,
little bit, right?
sometimes they vote anonymously. Yeah, for be gentlemen or
Of course.
nicely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And there is also a boxes that see at the left side of the screen. Yeah, this boxes. Yeah, you have your name. The clients have their name on it, and then the ladies who wants to you receive a lot of letters from them, like I'm this one, I wanted to meet you, like that, and then they're going to put their ID number and then put it in the box.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
So that's just it's kind of
yes.
unique to the Philippines because we
Yes.
don't do it anywhere else, I don't think. But this is where all the guys at the social, when we go to the social, you'll have a box with your name on it, very cute, decorated box. Looks like a box for Valentine's on a table. And women who want to meet you
Yeah.
will, because your name's on the box, they'll just write a note, say, here I
Yeah.
am, whatever, and leave that note in the box for you. So
Yeah, and then at night you have time to read all those letters. Yeah.
That's awesome, right? So, guys, there are a lot of women, as Ron is pointing out. So many women for you guys to go and meet. Look, we know how hard it is sometimes to date in our culture for some of us, and how great it is to be able to just go in a room like that, in a party where everybody's having fun. It's done with a great deal of integrity. You're meeting lots of girls like Rona, even though she's one of a kind, there's no doubt, but she's got friends. Filipino women, they have a lot of things in common. And they really love to meet us, and we're really, really lucky to go there. So it's a great opportunity for you guys. It's so interesting for the men. The most interesting thing, honestly, about what we do, Rana, is to be able to listen to you, or to listen to a Ukrainian girl or somebody from one of these countries sit and talk. We really need to do this in Latin America. We need a few of the women from Medellin, perhaps, to talk about why they're here and what they appreciate about their men. And because I think a lot of guys who are watching us are just really inspired just to hear you talk about Rob, talk about your relationship, your story, your friends, your culture, your family, right? And I know a lot of men would just consider themselves really lucky to meet someone like you, Rana. So we got to get you turkeys off your butts, away from your computers, away from your fantasy letters.
And
Put on the man pants, go to the Philippines, like a million other men do for various reasons, and go get your girl. Which is why we do these webcasts and why I'm doing seminars this weekend in Los Angeles and Denver, Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 3, rsvpbud@loveme.com. Next weekend I'll be in Jacksonville on Sunday. So get there, get this information, get on the plane, let's go get your girl, okay?
Yes, of course.
When are you back? You're back 2 weeks from tonight. Is that the idea?
Yes, 2 weeks.
Is that right?
2 weeks. 2 weeks from tonight, that would be, we're gonna prepare another video or maybe like a different topic that you want. So if you want to suggest something, you can just email Bud or email me. So that you can, if you want to ask, just call us anytime at business hours. We have our office here. We're just gonna answer your call, and also thank you so much for being so nice to us here. Thank you for all the questions, and we hope next weekend, next Wednesday, just give us more questions that you would love to ask.
I think it's
very
nice that the
helpful.
guys can reach out and write to you. I think that a lot of guys would like to do that, right? Happy to talk to you anytime, guys, but it's rare that you get a chance to talk to someone like Rana. Kirk, how do we get Rana's? Where is it easiest to find your email address, kiddo?
Oh, it's my email address is afacebu.ronna, RONNA, @gmail.com. Yeah.
Great.
And I have some of the viewers. I got 3 viewers who emailed me last time, and then they asked me some questions that I actually have those and printed those that I replied those questions that
Nice.
they have.
Oh, excellent. Cool.
Yeah.
If you email Rana your questions, she may be able to address them on the webcast for you as well, guys, if you can't be here live.
It's
so.
more I can, because through email I can have more informations that could give to you than in this the live, because time is limited, so I need to shortly and fastly answer your questions. But in email, it's like it's a whole story. It's like it's really nice to answer you through email too.
Nice, guys. Reach out to Rana, reach out to us. Thanks for watching. We'll be back 2 weeks from tonight with another live webcast with Rana. And I'll be back on Monday night after my 2 seminars this weekend in Los Angeles and Denver. And look forward to seeing you guys soon. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. Rana, it's always nice to hang out with you, kiddo. You're great. So God bless
really
you and
have
Rob and your
fun.
family. Great couple, great family. We love you guys. So, okay, guys, have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye. I love you, dear. My husband, Rob, from the Philippines, Cebu, and my father and mother. Thank you so much. My family in Davao. Bye-bye.